That's a thing I've noticed too when I I look at all these girls and Fresh and Fit podcasts and whatever podcasts, these girls talking, they are ultimately all they're saying is like they're willing to give up a family and potential future husband in the name of consumerism. Because like there's this one chick, she was like, well, I'm a millionaire and I have this and I have this. I'm like, yeah, you know what? And you probably cry yourself to sleep at night. That nice. There's nights because you could clearly tell she wants a man. And I just see them.
How can you tell that?
Oh, you just, it's like a jaded.
They're just sweating it out.
It's like a jaded.
Sweating out, wanting a man. That's coming out of their pores.
I've dated.
No, I know.
I've dated enough women to like see a broken woman hiding behind a mask of like plastic surgery and status and like I'm this and I'm that. But like if you look at like what's happening on TikTok, it's all the women after 30 crying on TikTok that they're single. It's not men. Mine are just kind of like, okay, whatever, I'll just check out. I'll play video games and watch
which isn't good
pornography
either,
and they check out. But I mean, they're not being nearly as vocal as like these chicks.
Do you think it's a caricature though? Because you've done enough of these shows. You do Fresh and Fit all the time. Table Full of Girls. Now whatever a bunch of times. Table Full of Girls. Similar girls, honestly, in terms of their viewpoints on life. A lot of times, is that a caricature of a woman, or do you think that guys going to the club or going to the lounges or online dating, are they meeting those girls?
A lot of them. That is like a lot of the mainstream kind of girl. There are good women out there. After this gigantic viral tour that I went on, a lot of beautiful women reached out to me, and they're just like, "Hey, like,
take me out." Is that what they said?
I can't say.
They said take him. They said take me out. Is probably what was said.
I can neither confirm nor deny those allegations, but I will say that a lot of beautiful women reached out to me and they're like, "I 1,000% agree with everything you're saying." And these women are like objectively beautiful. It's not like, oh, if you look at her with this filter or whatever. I'm not saying that to lift up my cause. Like objectively beautiful women with like no profile photo on their Instagram. And then like I'm going back and forth with them and then like a video chat with them or they send me pictures and I'm just like, wow. But the thing is, see, true femininity is not combative, right? So when you have these like really like rabid feminists, these rabid leftist people, they're so like feral and
yeah, they are
feral and filled with hate and like they're in attack mode.
Yeah.
And a feminine woman like just shuts down for that. Like feminine women don't fight back. Feminine women don't get aggressive. They're just like, oh my God, like I gotta get away from. I need a man to protect me from this.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is because I get some criticism on that because I worked in media and battling the Hillary Clintons and the Donna Brazils and all that, and I say, yeah, I had to kind of like, without even realizing it, beat down some of my femininity and some of my natural instincts. The way I am at home is completely different from the way that I am on camera. I was able to separate those worlds, but I didn't even realize what I was doing until I really thought about it. And it was interesting because when I met my husband, he would always say, "You're so quiet, like off of TV." Like I would go out and people wouldn't even know I was there. I just wanted to kind of absorb what was happening. I don't need to be talking all the time. I'm very shy. I'm the first person to be like, I can't come to the party. I don't want to go. I just want to hang out at home.
Yeah.
But on TV, people see this person and I'm like, it's like a split personality. But I did have to beat down my femininity to survive in that world. And I don't recommend it because I was never happy there.
Yeah.
I was always unhappy. I always felt like I was in someone else's outfit or trying to be something or trying to do something because it was unnatural for me. So, and maybe other women are different, but
they're not.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And you see some of these women in media, they're also hard.
Yeah.
They're rough, No. They're masculinized.
No. And no guy that a woman wants to put up with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's some girls.
Or even finds it attractive.
One thing I noticed too about like just dealing with women in America too is just like they're so like borderline domineering, like trying to control everything when I'm with them, and I'm just like, yo, like are you trying to emasculate me? Like are you aware of what you're doing? Like do people
maybe not?
Are people tolerate this? Like I call them out. I'm like, this. Maybe it's your first time, but this is not working. Like you need to know your place when you're talking to a guy like me.
Do you think they don't know though? Have they lost touch?
They have lost touch. There's a lot of people who have women. It's sad in America, but and again, this is going to sound like I'm being like a jerk, but we have gotten to a point now where you have broken women raising broken women because these single mother households, they are either okay. Let's just blame all men, okay, for the context of this. These women that are divorcing these men are still awful at choosing men, let alone awful at keeping a relationship together. I think a lot of people give up sooner than they should, especially when they're subsidized by the government to give up, right? If a woman...
Incentivized, yeah.
Yeah, they're incentivized. And Pearl was talking about it last night in whatever podcast, that sometimes these women will intentionally push their man or say things to get him upset, then the guy will physically hit them, and then she's like, okay, now that he's hit me, he has to pay for my lawyer. Like they know the legal system.
It's all a game. Oh yeah, and the legal system favors women so much, they know going into it that they can get away with murder.
And then whatever you subsidize government wise, like, it's going to grow. So you're subsidizing these, single mother households, quite frankly, when you have these divorce things.
Yeah, we'll talk about divorce at the end. You got yourself into some hot water on that discussion. But we'll get there.
At the end of the day, I know I'm right, and they can liberal, manipulative speak all around me.
Liberal speak.
You know what I mean?
Let's steal that, Deli. Liberal speak. I like it.
They hyper manipulate one small context of the conversation to rationalize their point. But it's if you have to sit there and give me a 1 hour explanation of how you're kind of right in this one moment,
you're
probably wrong.
If you like the short clip and want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want to connect with me one-on-one on Connect, you're going to click right here. Let's get to talking.